Hello, Yang Yang Book Club. It's Kateri, and I am going to be filming a very Kateri book haul. So, it's my birthday. Well, not today. It's my birthday this week on Wednesday, and I had actually some leftover Christmas money to my local bookstore. Shout out to Chaucer's Books in Santa Barbara. And also just some special funds for treating myself to some books on my birthday, and so I did that. And so I don't buy new books very often anymore, but I have 6 books to show you today. This is gonna be like getting to know me a little bit. I would say my taste in reading maybe isn't what you would think of with like your average Yang Gang person. I don't know. Not a lot of nonfiction, but some. So actually the first one is a nonfiction. Book number 1, Little Dancer Aged 14 by Camille Laurens. The subtitle says the true story behind Degas' masterpiece, which if you didn't know, looks kind of like this. I was probably age 14, maybe a little bit younger, when I came across a novel about this person in a Scholastic like book thing, the book newsletters, what do they call them? But anyway, yeah, and it came with the novel, and it came with like a necklace, and I still have it, so it's very special. And then fast forward, I don't know, 10 years, and I was studying abroad in France, and I was in Paris and went to the d'Orsay, which is an art museum, and she was there. So I just like, as soon as I realized there was Degas artwork, I just like was like, where is she? So yeah, so it's like kind of a personal thing, and this is the story of the girl who modeled for this very famous sculpture. And interestingly enough, I didn't know they don't know her name. They do have like information on her, but they somehow don't know her name. It's kind of crazy to me. But anyway, so yeah, so it's just a short little book about this young woman who is famous in this way, and I'm very excited to read it. Okay, I'm gonna go in order of the books as I found them, I guess. So the next one I ended up picking up is The Other Side of the Sky by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. So I had seen this book online at one point. I actually was on a mission to find a book by this dynamic duo that I have read before and I would recommend, which is These Broken Stars. It's like Titanic turns into Lost, the TV show, in space. And so love that book. I actually don't own a copy of it, like my own copy. They didn't have that. They had this instead. I thought this was an excellent sort of replacement. I'll take this. It says, a living goddess searches the skies desperate for hope. A crown prince falls to earth looking for answers, both destined to save their worlds or destroy them completely. And I mean, like, how can you not with this cover? The like Star Wars feeling of the 2 moons and the city in the sky, and there's a cat. I next went to the cookbook section and I got Ultimate Veg by Jamie Oliver. This is the only cookbook in this haul, but I think since COVID and quarantine, like, renewed my love of cooking. I used to cook a lot when I lived at home. If you look, you can actually see I have his other book there, which is a 5-ingredient cookbook. And I generally like 5-ingredient cookbooks, but I'm finding that one to be a little more hit and miss. So I wanted to try one of his newer books that seemed up my alley, that wasn't limited to 5 ingredients. So just showing you some freaking inspo. Oh my gosh, look. Bahi burgers. What? Oh, is there a sweets section? Kind of. Dough balls. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a bit of Jamie Oliver? Okay, then we have Oh, then I found the selected works of Audre Lorde, edited and with an introduction by Roxane Gay, who both of these individuals' work I haven't read. I need to remedy that. So I'm gonna start with Audre. Good old Audre Lorde. She's one of those authors that A, you know you need to read, B, you always see quotes by her everywhere on the internet and you're like, wow, I should read more of your work. So that is what this is, and I'm excited because it's like 2-in-1. I'm excited because it's 2-in-1. It's both essay collection, her prose, that's the first section, and poetry. So yeah, essay, difference and survival, an address at Hunter College. Oh, that was like a thing she wrote, address she wrote. And then we have a poem. So beautiful floppy paperback. Actually, the rest of these paperbacks are floppy. Just poetry. Okay, so the angle might have changed because I ran out of space on my phone. So I'm gonna make this quick. I have next How to Build a Girl by Caitlin Moran. This came out a little while ago. I was aware of this book and it just popped up when I decided to head to the general fiction section. And it's essentially like fictionization of the author's early life. So she sort of has something apparently very embarrassing happen to her as a young girl. She's like 14 or something, and she decides to reinvent herself, and so she gives herself a new name and she goes super punk rock. And so yeah, I think there's definitely some like drug, sex, and rock and roll type things, but it's like girl perspective and also takes place in the 90s. So yeah, just it was one of those situations where I picked the book up, I was looking at it and liking what I saw, and then a bookseller walked by and was like, that's a good book, so you know, put that in my pile. And then we have the last book, which is Lost in Oaxaca, a novel by Jessica Winters Mireles. I believe that's how you say her name. So this was just, it was like this, and I saw the title and how pretty it was, and so that's why I picked it up. And it's apparently about, there's apparently a love story, but the characters mentioned are two sisters, so I'm assuming it's also like I mean, it says romance, so I'm assuming that's someone else, but it's also a story about the two sisters' relationship. They're musicians, and one sort of like goes off to Oaxaca and goes missing, and so the other one goes after her. And interestingly enough, it actually starts in Santa Barbara, which is where I am right now. And also my boyfriend's parents are moving to Mexico right now, so like there's just a lot going on here that feels very apt. And my boyfriend's also a musician, so anyway, yeah, this felt serendipitous. Other novel, other books, 6 books. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to Young Gang Book Club as well. We earned 1 last week. So yeah, thanks for watching, and next time in the next blue moon that I actually buy this many books in one go, actually that'll be the Planned Parenthood book sale in September, so I'll see you then. Bye.